Sold her. $1 million right there. Giving it Clint $1 million. Thank you. Bought you a nice filly.
When you went to the Futurity, did you have an intention of buying something from the Bloodstock Sale?
No, ma'am. I didn't go there looking for the whore.
Agent for Dylan Crumpler, Jordy's Mink, an April 2-year-old sorrel filly. We show you a super nice one by the Open Futurity champion, Metallic Cat Mink. Been in training with Shane Carlin. Out of Jordy, get your gun. And daughter of Nita's Wood was a money earner herself, a little over $4,700. We'll go ahead and bring the fresh cattle in there.
I didn't want another horse. Like, I wasn't asking for any horses. I wasn't saying, oh, we got to go get some horses. Vic is the one that he's like, what's in the sale that you like? What's in this? What's in that? And I'm like, not very much. You know, I don't know. I haven't really looked. But I saw her on Facebook.
Jordy's Mink.
Yes, and Chris had told me about her too, Salvador. And I guess they said that, he said he sent me videos of the horse earlier in the year for like, I don't know, 150,000 or something like that. And I said, I don't like her. But I don't remember that. But if it happened, I'm sure it did. I mean, I remember a horse, but I don't remember it being her or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, watching the videos of her, I, you know, said, yeah, obviously I like that one. And obviously I would have liked that one. But I told Vic, I want something I can breed to Lenny. That was my biggest thought, is breed to Lenny. Mm-hmm. And so I thought that would be a pretty good cross, because one, she's a big, tall mare, mm-hmm. and Lenny's short, and mm-hmm. you know, so it would have been a good mixture. Mm-hmm. So she was one that was on my forethought, but I thought, she's going for $1 million. There ain't no way we're getting that horse.
Yeah.
And then there was a Bad Boon Horizon that Corey Deal had, and I spoke to him about the mare, and he was telling me all about her. And I think she was 2 horses before him. I'd have to find out to be exact. But anyway, those were the 2 I was thinking about. Mm-hmm. If I had to think about one, mm-hmm. you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't trying to find a horse. Mm-hmm. And then that morning, Vic actually asked me again. He's like, so which ones do you like? I said, well, you know, the one I obviously like. I said, but she's going to go for too much money.
75, would have been at 975, 50 would have been at 975.
Jordy's Mink is in, and it's going, and Coop and I are talking about that. I'm like, yeah, I don't know that I'd do that again. You know, it's tough on me, Coop, and Michael knows how I am about taking care of the horses. So the horse is going, and now he's like, I wonder who's bidding on her. And I said, I don't know. I said, I'm sure Billy, the only people that would spend that kind of money, and Adon was above us. And so somebody with him was doing it, which I think might've been Gail. And so somebody up ahead of us was doing it, and then across the way was doing it. Across the way was
And you
Billy.
couldn't see who was across the...
No, but only because I'm blind. But I could see, I know Cam, that's Cade's wife. She always has those trucker hats on. So I can always see her, and she has pink or something like that. So I can see the shape of the hat and the color. So I would know. I was like, well, Cam's over there, and that looks like Cade right there. So Billy's got to be around there. So Coop's looking that way, trying to see, and he's seeing who's up above me. And so I'm sitting here. The steps are here. Salvador, Chris is sitting here, Vic, and then Daniel. And Coop comes over to me, and so he's sitting right here to me, and Justin's right here, which is Molly's fiance, the veterinarian. And so Coop is looking like this.
I look around, I'm Vic's to the left, and I was like, I'm pretty sure he's bidding on that horse, to myself, like while she's talking. And I said, hey, I think Vic's bidding on this mare. She grabbed me, no, he's not. I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, you're lying to me, you're jacking with me. And I said, no, Missy, he's definitely bidding on her now. He goes, oh my gosh, she grabbed me like this. She goes, oh my gosh, what's he doing? I don't know, did you not talk about it? She goes, no, we didn't talk anything about it.
Michael's like, he's looking across the way, looking at me. He's like, it's still Vic. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. So I fold my arms like this, and I said, he better not. And it happens that CHC caught me doing that, you know? So I had the whole eye roll and the head bob, you know, that's the West Bank windmill stuff. But so I was like, he better not. And Michael's like, it's him, it's still him. And I'm looking at Chris, I'm like, no, text him, don't do it, don't let him do it.
My phone rang about 52 times. Did they buy that horse for you? Did they buy that? But nope, bought it for, Vicky Lynn bought it for Missy. And so it was cool. It was an accident that we were just there talking about it, and he was sitting up there, and like it was cool.
So I go towards to the back, and I'm squatting down, and I'm texting Jeremy. I'm like, did we just get that mare? And he's like, yes. And I started bawling, crying. I was like, oh.
What kind of tears were they, though?
I think everything all involved, because I didn't really ask for the horse. So the fact that he would believe in me that much to do it was huge. So that was probably the tears, you know, like, holy shit, are you crazy? You know? So I went, after I found out I didn't talk to anybody, I ran down there and just met the horse, because I never met her. I didn't even know her, you know? And then when Shane found out I got her, because he didn't know it was me either, he was like, holy cow, you know, whatever. And so they were all like, that is going to be a great home for the mare. So everybody, you know, anybody that knows me in the industry would think it's a great home for the mare. Like everybody thinks that way. So if you liked an animal, I would be the person for it to go to, because I'm going to love it and I'm going to take care of it. So anywho, so then I went down there and chatted with them and the whole thing. And I
Did Vicky Lynn make it? Had he made it down to the floor yet?
No, not yet. And then I called him. I was like, come out here and get some pictures with us. And so Chris and them brought him down there to find out where we were, because I was there talking to him, and I was just beside myself. Like, I could not believe it. But it was probably the more of the emotion was, I really can't believe he believes in me that much.
The first time that you rode Lottie, what did you think?
Well, I figured she was going to be fresh, because she hadn't been rode in a little while. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt. You got to, you know, just tell it like it is. I thought she was terrible. I was convinced that was the dumbest purchase ever made. Because this mare, she couldn't stay between your legs hardly. She would not sit and stop. I remember I tried to sit and stop, which is her big thing. Like, when you sit, the horse better stop right now.
Yeah.
And she did not. She would do quite the opposite, just run faster probably. But I called her and I was like, there's no way y'all spend $1 million on this horse. And she can't even sit and stop. It's like, that bad, huh? So I spent a few minutes trying to get her to, and she kind of picked up on it, but I just hated her more the first time I rode her, to be honest.
Yeah.
She's all right now.
She's all right now?
Yeah.
I like that.
She stops when you sit. So, progress.
I wanted her to be riding a horse that everybody knew.
Mm-hmm.
$1 million accomplished that more than I thought.
It sure did. Well, and that's how I heard about the story too. And what really struck me about it after the sale was that any rich man can go buy a horse for $1 million to win the Futurity, to buy the Futurity. But I don't feel like that was the emotion that drove you to buy that mare.
No, ma'am. Well, I'm a 77-year-old man, and I could afford it. Why would you buy your wife one?
Yeah, I love
that. If
that.
it was her passion.
Yeah.
Whether it was yours or not, don't matter. And she is one of the most passionate people and dedicated to the job. Training horses and riding them and the whole thing. And I've always respected somebody that would just work day and night, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just had it in them.
Mm-hmm.
And not all of them ever reach the pinnacle, but if they don't quit, I just always had a lot of respect for that.
Yeah.
And she's just fanatical about it.
Do you feel like she has a connection to the animals?
I have to kind of question it myself, because I'm not sure I believe in it, but if there is a connection between a person and a horse, she got it.
Mm-hmm.
So in the summer, we start pretty early flies at about 5:59 in the morning, come out like it's World War III. So we try to be done before that, because then you're fighting off forest flies, and then it gets hot and everything's mad. I'm mad, she's mad. We don't do well turning back when I'm mad and she's mad. So, you know, we get out there early, start saddling, ride, hopefully get done at a decent time and then go to sleep. But then even with that, I mean, we've had sick babies all summer, so then that's been another thing that's just, it's a constant snowball of there's always something.
I tell her, I said, you overthink everything. Stop, I say, stop. Because that girl is super talented on a horse. She showed that. She's already showed everybody that, and the work ethic and respect that we have for her, the way she trains. And I tell her, I said, look, you're overdoing it. Quit trying so hard. You know what I mean? Because it's all there.
To pull Jordy's Mink, Lottie.
Well, actually, we changed her name to Million Dollar Mink.
You did.
But, so I went to that deal, you know, like you're talking about my clothes right now. Michelle Riker convinced me to go to that NCHA thing that was like the night on the town.
It was like the foundation, like for the foundation, a
Yes.
benefit charity.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's like, you have to go. I'm like, I am not going to that. I don't want to get dressed up. I have too much going on, da da da. And she's like, come on, it's going to be fun. And she and Gary are great friends of ours. So I said, okay, fine. So I get dressed up. And then, you know, it's the worst thing when I get dressed up, because then when I'm in there, I can say hello and they're like,
they don't recognize
and I'm
you.
thinking, Jesus, what do I look like
I
on
don't
a regular
understand.
basis?
I mean,
Yeah.
you're such a beautiful woman and your coveralls on your hat. And they
I
can't,
don't. I
they
think
can't even get it.
I just look like a girl then. I don't look like a girl all the time, maybe. But either way, so I go to that thing and I'm looking at her. And she's got her mink coat on, and there's like 4 or 5 other ones. I'm like, wow, that's beautiful. A mink coat is beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm sitting, you know, we're displaced from the house, so I'm at the Richard in the little. I don't think we've been in there yet, but I'm sitting there doing something that morning, and so I start looking them up. I'm like, you know what, I want a mink coat.
Yes. You should have a mink coat if you own a $1 million mink.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm not getting no damn mink coat. I've talked to you about saving the mice off the glue pad.
Yes.
If you see how they get a mink coat, it's atrocious. It is horrible.
The mink farms.
Horrible.
Yes.
Like, I was crying looking at the video. I'm like, I will never own a mink coat.
That's a rabbit hole you should have not.
I should not have gone down the rabbit hole.
No.
But I decided I wanted one, and then when I saw it, and then, you know, the other things like, you know, PETA and stuff gets on there, I guess, and then they must put that in your loop. So then, of course, I clicked it. Bad mistake. So anyway, so I have a new name for her, but I just got her papers in. So I have a girl, Nikki, that does my horse papers and stuff for me. So I'm naming her My Kinda Mink.
I like that.
So that's where her name's gonna come from, and nobody's gonna know the story behind it, but that's why. I was like, you know what, that's my kind of mink. I'm not freaking putting the animal in boiling water and stripping its skin and then wearing it. I am happy that we bought the mare. I love the mare. I think she is a very nice horse. I wish that she didn't cost that much money, because then I think that I had that in my mind on, you know, I don't want to ride something that much. I don't want to, you know, it's just a lot of different pressure. And so then I kept telling him to send her out, send her to somebody. We had a couple people interested in buying her, and then again, he just decided, you know what, I'm not doing that. I bought the mare for you, you go ride her. And I said, boy, if I'm gonna do that, you cannot ask me every day how she's doing. And I cannot train her any different than any other horse that I've ridden just because of what she costs. Can't do it. I won't be any good at it. I won't be able to get my job done if I'm, you know, essentially pussyfooting around her thinking, I can't.
I met Missy Jean, goodness, we go back probably close to 2010. For as long as I've been showing, I have known her. One of my first memories is letting her daughter, Millie Jo, she showed my horse Miko. They were reserve champions at the non-pro in the scholarship cutting, and that's just kind of where our relationship built from there. You know, when she was really getting started as a non-pro, she had several really great horses. I always looked up to her because she did it by herself, and I was doing it by myself too. And I just, the way that she would go out there and show her horse fearlessly, I loved it. And I took that with me with my horses too. And then we talked.
I believe that when it comes time for the maturity, she is completely going to shine, because it's she and I getting to know one another more. And I do get her ready every day. I don't let anybody get on her because she is sensitive. She can be cantankerous, and if she doesn't like something you're doing, she's very opinionated. So like for me, it's just easier that I'm the one on her. So then it's no one else's fault. It's nobody else. I can feel when she's getting in one of those moods. I can deflect the mood relatively quick, and it may be by, you know, getting after her, and it may be by giving her a treat. It just depends on what her mood is.
Well, she's 100% prepared, I think. And she's a competitor now. You know, I think that she thinks I don't have confidence in her. You know, but I didn't. So, if I say, well, sweetheart, you're gonna have to get out there and get the job done. Well, how you think I'm not ready? So, I guess I just say I'll be cheering for you.
Are you ready to rodeo? Let me hear you.
So Millie Jo was doing barrel racing. She does it at the college rodeo. She loves all that. And I'll go and do it with her just to kind of be around her. But that is where I started barrel racing. Millie Jo was cracking up because she said, I hope that we can find the video of you in those red pants running barrels, you know.
Damn, Missy Jean, let's go.
The benefit of barrels is it is a time clock. There's no judges, there's no opinions, there's no human emotions of jealousy or anything else, whether they have a predisposed opinion of you, it doesn't matter. You can like me, love me, hate me, whatever. It's a clock. So it's who stops the clock, period. I do like that about barrel racing because it does take that human element out, and it is, you're rewarded for your work. Because in cutting, you know, that is a frustrating thing, that you go and you do all these things and your horse is good and you and everyone else knows where you should be, and you have people marking you 6 on a card when you're supposed to be first. And like, why would that happen? That's nothing more than jealousy, or you really are stupid and you shouldn't be a judge. And so it's not that I want to talk bad about a judge, but like there's a human element in there that there's no way you can do that to a person. Not even have you on a card in the top 5 horses. Like that's absolutely absurd. And for that person, and they're gonna know exactly who they are, they need to look at themselves and think about what would make them do that. And then like, maybe talk to God and wonder like, what's in my heart that I can be that way, and work on yourself, figure it out.
So this summer, with everything that happened, she didn't go and show, and that's very odd for her. Like, from what I can remember, the only time we didn't go to Fort Worth for the summer show was we instead went to a show in Colorado. So, like we're there every single year. It does really suck because, you know, this is also Lenny's 6-year-old year and all of those things, and so she kind of just missed out on that. And she's been pretty upset about it. So it was rough. It's a pretty reoccurring thing that, you know, she's shown in the Open at a big show, she'll make it to the second go, and then normally she's out of the finals by like a half point or a point. So she's almost there, but not quite. And that's what they do at about every one of them. They'll let her go to the next round and then short by half a point or so.
You feel like it's intentional?
I guess that's up to everybody else.
20-something years that I've been in cutting. I guess I need to find out when I paid my first membership, but it's a long time. It was just a lot of like drama, false accusations, etc. And I think I didn't realize the toll that it actually took on me and what it did for even me and my horses, and maybe the way I worked them, just being a little bit more angry or whatever with them. And not even that it was them, it was the external stimuli of all that. But they just had some stuff going around, and people that called me and asked me for help told our person that runs the association that they thought it was me, and then it was essentially a witch hunt. And it wasn't even a witch hunt, it was an accusation, and just went with it. And it was very hurtful. I didn't realize that at the time that they were actually accusing me. And so it was very hard. And then the people that sent me the letter, that the way that I found out it was letters, that it was even happening, like, he's supposed to be even my friend. And then I hear that he was saying, do you think it was Missy? And he knows that he sent that to me. That's how I found out about it. So it's disgusting is what it is.
You know, for somebody to make those allegations about her and threaten to take her membership, that's not something that she's willing to take lightly. And anybody that knows Missy knows that if she has anything to say at all, she's not going to be sending an anonymous letter. She'll sign a name to it. She'll put bright red lipstick on and kiss the bottom of it. She is not going to hold back.
Once it was said to me that it was me or my ranch, there was no stopping me at that point, because I know the truth. I know what's happened. And so I got on the phone, I started finding people, I found someone, and it was so amazing too, like how much God is at work in everything. Because I think it was a Saturday. I call a number, it's a polygraph, I get in. And I'm like, I need this in, I think it was 10 days or 2 weeks or something, because I needed it before the convention. And then I start looking up different people for handwriting analysis, and somebody that was not, I guess that it wouldn't have mattered who was close and who not, but I found a lady in Nashville, and she answered the phone on a Saturday afternoon. And so I got in with her, and it cost a lot of money to get it done in that speedily, time fashion or whatever, because that's not the way it is. And so she had to stop everything and just work on my case. And she did that for me, which I did appreciate. And it was just, I had no choice. I had to go spend the money. I had to go do the things because my word wasn't good enough. The reason I started riding the open is not because I wanted to just go be some open rider. That's not what my intention was. I love showing horses. I love doing what I do. The non-pro is, we just had a meeting. I'm on the non-pro committee, and at the San Antonio, we were talking in the meeting, and I said, we all say the non-pro is dying. The non-pro is dead.
I think a lot of it is, and it's unfortunate to say, a lot of it's jealousy, because she is a non-pro showing in the open. And she does train her own horses, and she is good at it. She's not just good at it, she's great at it. And I'll tell you this, I can't tell you how many times I've been in the truck with her, and some of the top people in the industry call her for advice. Not just training advice, but health advice on their horses, and she has a wealth of knowledge, and people respect her for that. And she's the first person a lot of people call for advice. And it's just really unfortunate that it's not been very fair in the show pen for her.
I met Missy Jean through doing therapy on her horses. I know it was the early 2000s, maybe. I know it was before 2005, but I don't remember for sure. She was riding with a trainer who I had worked with in the past. I used to ride cutting horses before I started doing therapy. Learned some therapy tricks in 1996, I believe. And then I started treating horses in our barn. I started treating horses for my friends. And pretty soon I had a therapy business. But so I've been around this industry since the mid 80s. Like say, I don't know a lot of people that put forth that effort. Missy does really understand and know her horses. I think most of us in the horse industry do, but she puts so much effort into it that sometimes I have to be kind of the voice of reason that says, okay, they're not humans. She talks to them like they are, and it works for her. But sometimes you got to say, okay, they're not humans, but she will do anything she can to make life good for them and make the job that we require of them easier to accomplish, because they do have a job to do, but she will make it easier than a lot of people put forth the effort. She believes in that.
The reason I originally showed in the open was strictly that I wanted to show my horse. I did not want to drive 10 hours somewhere, miss a cut, lose a cow, and now I have to turn around and go home. I want to show. That's why I do this every day. That's why I'm going 8 days on 10 hours of sleep total, because I'm doing it to go show my horse. I want to show. I want to have a class to show him. I don't care what it is. If that's the case, let me back in the amateur. Right? It's the only class that's growing. It's the only class that has people in it. So it wasn't about getting into the open or thinking that I needed to go do that, because I think that it hurts some people's feelings, which I don't understand. But it's nothing more than I'm a horse crazy girl that wants to show my horse. I'm putting in the work and I want to go show. I want to walk to the herd.
You can't buy your way in the cutting. I will say that you can buy really good horses and it helps and you can get in there, but there's so many factors that come into it. I mean, she can lose every cow or do whatever when it comes down to it. It don't matter, but at least she's going to have a good horse. And I think that's the bottom line of what Vicki Lynn was thinking, that he wants her to ride a talented horse, because nowadays it's extremely tough. Like the talent that it takes now is, I don't even know if I'm used to it yet. I mean, it's got to a certain level that yes, you got to keep your eyes open and buy a good horse, because you got to keep adding to your selection. And I think they've put a good selection of mares and everything together. But you got to keep adding. If you're a trainer, a non-pro, whatever it is, you got to keep adding.
Anybody that's ever competed in sports, you think about how good you're going to be and you dream about it and all that stuff, and then the day it comes, you get scared, you know. And I think if you're prepared enough, you'll go ahead and ride on out there and do your job. I think it's a kickoff, and you're real mean if you're a football player until you look down there and see that other person, and he ain't on your side, right? You have to say, well, this may be a little rougher than I had dreamed it would be. Then you kick it off. And if you're prepared, it all comes down to fun then.
There's a very elegant mover. She's different than my other horses in that, and she is extremely smart. She's going to go do her job. So I think that we're going to have a lot of success here shortly. And the truth is, if we don't have it at the futurity, we have 3 more years. So like for me, the futurity doesn't even affect me like that. When people say, you know, what are you gonna do? It's a horse show. I hope it works. But the cows are the great eliminating, factor. They're gonna be the leveling playing field. It's who gets the best cows. And then it's, will the judges mark it and what's gonna happen? So if I sit there and worry about all that stuff, I'll drive myself crazy. So it has to be, get up out the herd, cut clean. Put your hand down, like present the picture, and whatever's gonna happen from there is gonna happen. The good news is that I train it to the point of, if a cow takes off or leaves the pen and comes back and if 4 cows are out there, she knows we're on the red baldy. We're on the whatever other color cow, the black mott, like she knows which one. And like I've worked on that with her. I've worked on that on all my horses. And like they know to stick with the cow that we're on. So like I'm not afraid of anything that could go wrong. I feel like I'm gonna survive it. It might mean that I mark a 13 instead of a 22, but I'm still surviving. And I feel confident in that. Like they're ready. They're ready right now.
Winning is why we're here. I mean, we love the horses. We love the lifestyle. But if we weren't successful while we were doing it, we would probably find other ways to spend our money and time. But as long as the job is well done, we've got cows in there that compete with us, and they can help you or they can take you out. So it doesn't matter what caliber horse you've got. It doesn't matter how well you've trained it and how well you've prepared. There are things out of your control. So, Vicky Lynn, he wants her to do well, but whenever you've done the best you can and something out of your control impacts that, we all understand it.
I'm ready. Today. If I had to show in a week. If I had to show tomorrow, I'd do it. I'm not afraid.
Missy Jean, when I reached out to you after the futurity, it was just on a whim. Like I really wanted to tell the story of the $1 Million Mink. I love.
No, that's not what you said when you first talked to me. You said that it could have been just another rich person buying a horse.
I did say that.
And something.
But it was so much more. I mean, that I could see that the emotion in Vicky Lynn, that it was so much more.
I think you might have
rich guy buys.
Whatever. That's what you said.
I did say that. And then you and I talked and we connected. And so like I've been so excited about this project and getting to know you and Vicky Lynn and just, being at the ranch. And this took such a turn after my visit here. Because truly the first visit when I came to the ranch, we talked to, Millie Jo and Dakota, and like everybody's talking about, this filly, My Kinda Mink, and you had changed your name. And the year was so focused on that filly and your other horses in the barn.
Having fun.
There was so much excitement. Vic was so excited. Why not just go ahead and do it? Like there was such hype in the house, such excitement in the house. And then when I came back, that's when I had seen a letter come from Jay Winburn from the NCHA to all of the members stating, Missy, clearing your name. And I'm like, clearing your name from what? What? It was awkward because you and I had talked and you hadn't really shared any of that with me, but I think that that's because you had been told not to really talk about what was going on.
Well, not only because who I consider a friend, consider, whichever way you want to say it, was asked to just stay quiet about it. But even whether it was or wasn't someone asking me, I didn't really want to feed life into it. It was so stupid, and it didn't have anything to do with me. As far as I know, it's a bunch of rumors. You know how many rumors there are about me? I mean, come on.
No, tell me.
Oh, there's so many.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Why did the anonymous letters bother you?
The anonymous letters didn't bother me. What bothered me about the anonymous letters is that being falsely accused and then making it as if they were going to take my membership because the guy that caught the Unabomber said it was me. That's such bullshit. If the guy that caught the Unabomber said it was me, he's an idiot, because the reality is it was not me. So then I'm thinking
that the FBI is investigating murders and drug lords and, I don't know, school shootings. Are they really investigating?
Well, furthermore, the guy that, or whatever, the Unabomber, which I didn't know what that was, he wasn't caught by handwriting analysis anyway. So that's stupid in itself. But all that aside,
was meant to intimidate you.
I'm not easily intimidated.
It was meant to intimidate you. You don't tell somebody that you're going to take their membership and that you've got someone from the FBI that can prove it was you.
Well, then again, so when my friends are told that they heard it was me and they're like, boys, Billy Wolf, he's like, boys, y'all don't know Missy Jean like I know Missy Jean. Like, that's not her. She's going to say what she thinks. So whatever all the chaos was about that, whoever wants to accuse me of anything, that really is irrelevant. What is relevant is to then say that there's proof that it's me when it was not me in any capacity.
There was no proof that it was you. That was a lie.
I don't care if there was or wasn't in there, whatever they made up, perception's reality. So if they believe that it was me, then that's their problem. What I'm telling you is it was not me. And then I have people that are actually sending me the letters, sent me the letters. That's how I learned of the letters, was through a text message. And then to come to find out, they're saying, do they think it's Missy Jean? That's my friend. Friend that I've helped. Friend that I believed in. I do not any longer. Jay, with writing the letter, is the right thing. That's what needed to be done to clear my name. It was the right thing. I do think that he is amazing for our industry. He is, before he came, wasn't money. He's there. We have millions of dollars in the bank.
Yes, we do.
He brings a lot to the table. He is good at his job. He, again, there's people that may or may not like him. A lot of people run their mouths. They could not do what the man's doing. He brings a lot to the table. I know that, and everybody else knows that.
Yeah.
Or the people that should know it, I guess. But that's huge, because if we're getting financially set up, then maybe we can go try to get new members. Maybe we can do things to appeal to the Midwest. We couldn't do that if we didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that come in with that. Mm-hmm. Andy Adams, because that was the worst thing, is that the letters were so stupid, but the letters were saying bad things about Jay, which I like Jay. I think Jay, again, brings a lot to the table. Mm-hmm. And they talk bad about Andy Adams. I like Andy. Mm-hmm. Andy and I have had some pretty tough conversations. And, I had to go to Andy and apologize for some things that I said because I was a pawn in a chess game. Mm-hmm. And I realized it later, and that's the kind of person I am. If I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And so I went to him and apologized for that. But he and I have had some pretty tough conversations about different things, whether it's at the cutting or whatever else, horse stuff, whatever. And we can always agree to disagree. or be on the same page, whatever it is. But we don't walk away feeling bad about one another when we leave. I think the man's doing a heck of a job, and he's trying to get it straight. It does not happen overnight.
There's so many people in this industry that are using your product, your MJ balm, and your tincture, something that you freely, at your own expense, share with your competitors. These are your competitors. You're a non-pro showing in the open, and you're sharing your product with the people that are gonna go try to beat you. That's a pretty good heart.
I do it for the horses. I love the horses. And you know what? Sometimes when I'm watching a horse work or doing things, and I'm like, oh my God, if they would just do this, it would help. It would help. So like, that's why I do it. That's why I've done it. That's what excites me about doing it, is I want to help the horses. I like doing it. I like helping the people too, but I like helping the horses more. But if I help the people, especially like my tincture, if I can help them like chill out or whatever, then maybe it helps the horses too, because then, maybe they're easier on them or what. I mean, I don't know what the words are, but I like to help the horses first and foremost. Well, I don't think it's bad news, but it's gonna bother you. But I did send Lottie away. I did.
You know what? So, and I mean this, I told Kevin that I was going to tell you that I thought you should do that. Because it would take the pressure off of you.
Yeah, I did do it. And I'm hoping that it works out. And if it does, great, he'll show her. And if not, then I'll go ahead and show her. But I'm hoping that it works out. And I hope, I think that from a business aspect, not just a hobby, but it's a business decision. Better showman, better opportunity. And she really is that kind of horse, and she deserves it. And so just like Lenny, when I know it, I'm not in the frame of mind for it. I'm not in the frame of mind for her either. Or my stud. So I may even find someone to catch ride the stud. So I'm kind of interviewing people for that right now. But it's not in me. It's not in me.
Not everybody would recognize that about themselves.
No.
And
I'm pretty honest with myself.
I give you a lot of credit for doing that. I'm sad to see it because you were on the right track. So I'm sad. It pisses me off that this is the result, the end result of what they've done to you. And that just pisses me off.
Well, everything happens for a reason. And maybe it's to be able to say exactly what I just said to you, as you are important to our association. You are as important as I am or anyone else is. And that's something you do need to know, and that it does need to be worked on. So I have other things happening. I have my MJ balm that, I did a little commercial for that on how many people in the semifinals, open semifinals.
It's awesome.
The finals, I have 8 of 10 horses. That's huge. So maybe that's a different calling for me to go to right now. I'm not sure. It is harder for us to travel for Vic, and it's, maybe everything always happens for a reason, and maybe God just had to use that to knock me off, because I am a goal setter and I am a pit bull when it comes to something like that, and I have done it. I have not cared about anything else, and I was going to go work my horses, show my horses, do my stuff, and that's what I've dedicated my life to. And maybe I need to dedicate the latter part of the life to something else. I don't know. I hope they win, and I hope my husband gets to sit in that chair. Like that would mean more to me than anything. And like the person that would be riding her would want that just as much as I would, because he loves Vic too.
Yeah.
Like they have a long history, and he's a great guy, and he would love that for Vic as much as I would love that for Vic.
Yeah.